Man, is this thing on? What's up with it, family? Man, what's the damn deal, man? This is JuniorTheTruth, and this is indeed episode 1 of the Culture Collective ThoughtCast, man, powered by the Simple Truth Network, hosted by yours truly, JuniorTheTruth, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. I'm talking about, man, if I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. You have absolutely no idea, man. So shout out to you. And that's whether you're catching this over on the YouTube video stream, or if you're over on the Simple Truth Network, or if you're on iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts, no matter what. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. Today is a very special episode, man. Once again, we've done the pilot, man, and I guess the pilot's flown, and we have a reason to come back and do more. So we're definitely excited. And we even have a special guest as promised, man. So salute to you all. I will say that this is brought to you and powered by the Simple Truth Network. Be sure to go check us out, man. It is our very own super information exchange, www.thesimpletruithnetwork.com. That's www.thesimpletruithnetwork.com, man. So salute to you all. Salute to everybody that's already over there, man. Thank you all so much. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. We have a whole host of sponsors, a whole slew of sponsors. You can go and check the description for all of our sponsors, man. Salute to Y2 eyeglasses, or eyewear, I should say. Salute to the Black Gentleman Grooming Company, man. Salute to the Punch Junkie brand, man. Just salute to everybody. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all, man, for taking the time to tune in. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man. And that is the absolute truth, man. But without any further ado, I suppose, man, I feel like I'm missing something. But I guess we just gonna continue to keep the ball rolling, man. I want to bring in our guests, man. Now I'm gonna introduce to some, and of course reintroduce to others, man. Of definitely a friend of the brand, man, and a frequent visitor, our brother, Dre Clark of Dre Clark Comedy Invasion. What's up with you, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get it geek, man. We gotta make some noise. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, man? Been a while, man.
Yes,
Been a long
indeed.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you, bro. How you feeling, man?
I feel good. I got more grade than last time I was on here with you, but I got to the point in my life, man. I'm not dyeing my beard no more. I stopped like 2 years ago. I ain't dyeing it no more. Let the wisdom show.
It's
That's all
over
I'm on.
with, man. It's over with. Like, coming from where we from, bro, it's a privilege to get old, for real.
Yeah, man.
It's man, it's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. And I just realized, in my age, that I'm really in tune with just vitality, man, and just life in general. And I realized just how precious, this thing is, bro. So I don't take it for granted. And I'm embracing everything that come with it, man. The gray hair, the aches, the pains, the bumps, the bruises,
Yeah.
just everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. So before we get, all off into the conversation, man, tell the people how they can follow you, bro.
Well, you could, man. I mean, I'm on Facebook, but I don't post no more. I done got really turned off of social media. Don't lie, man. I don't hardly even participate. I may scroll through my feed, but I don't be feeling like telling everybody what's on my mind. Like I feel like everybody don't need to know what's on my mind or what I'm doing. They don't need to know I'm on vacation. They don't need to know who I mess with. They don't need to, it's like, so I'm kind of like, I don't know, like a social media hermit now. I don't even be on it no more hardly, man. But I'm on Instagram. I I got TikTok. Uh, I got a Snapchat. It's Dre Clark Comedy. Uh, I think Dre Clark Comedy Invasion. I'm still on Twitter X. Still on there. Dre Clark. Someone had to lose at Dre Clark Comedy. It did Facebook. It's just Dre Clark. Then I got the Dre Clark Comedy Invasion Facebook page. You can get there. Yeah, man. But on Facebook, I don't, I'm one of the few that I feel like, man, I don't need to share everything with everybody. So I don't really post a lot no more. I don't post what I'm thinking. 'Cause I don't be caring about people's opinion. That's what it is. I don't be feeling like hearing the comments and man, I don't give a damn, man, what you think. If the sky is red to you, then damn it is red. We're not arguing. Don't just live your life, man.
Man, that's crazy. And that's a actually a good place for us to start, man, because I have this thought about and when I say for intents and purposes of of the show, well, let me start off. Let me start off this. Well, I'm gonna do it this way. So when I say the culture, right? Like, of course, you know what I mean, and the majority of people know what I mean, but for all intents and purposes, people don't understand when I say the culture what I mean. And so the culture is um this the culture is the demographic of people who are um generally like 35 to about 35 to 65 in age. Of course, citizens, American citizens, people who come from typically inner city areas, man, or some country rural areas, and they are identified as Black or African American or um the indigenous people, descendants of the indigenous people of this land, descendants of slaves, like however, Black folks, you feel me? When I say Black folks, if you know exactly what I'm talking about, then the demographic is you. So Dre, let me ask you, give me one major concern that you have for currently for the for the culture. That is once again Black folks between the ages of 35 to 65. That's pretty much the demographic and our target audience for this thoughtcast, man. Give me one major concern that you have and why.
Just history repeating itself. History repeating itself. We went through the civil rights movement and all that, and I feel like it's a young, we understand it in our age bracket, but I don't think it's a good job by, I guess, us in our age bracket teaching the generations below us about what took place and for that not to repeat again. So I feel like, the way things sound, it's like it's repeating the same cycle, the same thing we went through, we fought for, we fought against, fought not to sit in the back of the bus. Now, cast to sit on the back of the bus with big Kool-Aid smells and be perfectly fine with it. I feel like people, it's I feel like people won't stand up no more. Like they'll talk all day on social media, but are you gonna go out there and stand up against the oppression and everything? Everything look good. I like it. Feel like social media has made it where people feel comfortable just disrespecting everybody. Like you made it comfortable because I ain't got to see you. I can say what I want to say, and I ain't got to worry about the consequence. And I feel like we need to do a better job of just teaching each other like certain things. Like, man, I don't want to call this brother out, but that the one big dancing dude, I seen him. He'll eat the food and get up and start dancing. It's like, man, you understand the history behind that, man. You understand being a coon. You in there eating this food and you get up and do some coon ass dance, man. It's like, man, it ain't cool. I don't give a damn how many likes are you getting paid for it, man. Sometimes you gotta have ethics wherever you do. You can't just because you're getting paid to do it and don't mean it's right. You have a choice in everything. Like even with like well people like, when you hear all these stories about Hollywood and people gotta go to that casting couch. You have a choice. Everybody has a choice in the thing. You got a choice to participate or not. Yeah, you may not get the opportunity if you don't get on that casting couch, but man, what's more important to you, your integrity or being famous?
Mm, man, that's hey, that's tough. And you just gonna come in and just jump right in.
Yeah, man, like it just these stuff was like the big dance that I'm talking about. I don't know if you've seen, but
I know you
I
talking
just
about.
be looking. Yeah, I be looking at that like, man, this is so coonish, man.
Yeah.
And it's like the same things that we fought against and stuff, and it's cool now. I'm getting paid. It's everybody's excuse. I'm getting money. It make money make sense. No, just because it make money don't mean it makes sense, man.
Mm.
It doesn't mean. I mean, sometimes have some dignity about yourself. Just it's other ways, you can make money without degrading yourself and doing humiliating things just to get on.
Mm. And I think it's where we are, man. And I'll share one of mine. I won't share. I'll expound on what you shared. I think the I believe that we suffer from a lack of identity, and I believe that we're really truly in an identity crisis. And so I look at how everybody's out of position now. If you really think about it, like everybody's out of position. The men out of position, the women out of position, the kids out of position. You know what I'm saying? Grandma out of position. If you think about it, like for us, and we're of the age now where we women that we grew up with, they are now big mama, like they are now grandmothers, and they at day parties and trips, and they going to Miami and they getting BBLs and shit. Like they are totally 100% out of position. And for us, when we grew up, you know what I mean? And I can't speak, I can speak for my experience and the traditional experience, but grandmama was the most pinnacle piece on the board.
Yes.
Like big mama was the most pinnacle piece on the board in every one of our families. And so that has been, if you think about how we grew up, and we talking about, we'll take it to the 80s. Like we'll take it to the 70s and 80s, but we grew up in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we take it to the 80s, bro, and you can pinpoint and remember what grandma looked like. You remember what big mama looked like, right? And you take that idea of what grandmama was, and then you look at the same demographic of people and what grandma is right now in 2025, and it ain't even close, bro. And so when you look at the decline of the culture, and you look at the decline of everything, you look at the cultural decay of our people. That is locking step with what is going on. You feel me? But nobody's saying that. You know what I mean? Everybody is, we doing this whole red herring thing, and everybody's pointing the fingers and so on and so forth. But ultimately, when it's all said and done, a big concern for me is just the fact of everybody being out of position. Like you said, history repeating itself because we're not teaching, and we're not teaching it because, like, a lot of us don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us don't know. Like, we don't even know our own history. Like, a lot of us don't know our family lineage. We don't know about our people. We don't know who our people are. You understand what I'm saying? And we've been indoctrinated with, information from textbooks that, were not written by us. You know what I mean? But a lot of us have family books. You understand what I'm saying? You have family books, and you think I'm lying. You go to your grandmama's house. If your grandmama's still here, you can go talk to her. If she ain't still here, go to her house, and she has books and books and books written of your family history. You know what those books are, bro?
What's up?
Those picture books.
Oh yeah, the picture albums. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You go get in those picture albums, and that'll take you back so far in your family's lineage. And that's the story of your family. A motherfucker ain't got to tell you, point to a textbook. You look at those books, you look at those picture books, those family narrative books that we all have. You understand what I'm saying? And you go in there, and your family lineage is laid out, the story, and you can see yourself in the story. Like, you literally can see yourself in American history when you go and you look at those books. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, when it's all said and done, though, everybody's just so out of position, man, and it's ridiculous. And that's the thing that really concerns me. You know what I mean? And our generation is like, we different as hell, and we're coming off the heels of the baby boomers. And I love the baby boomers, man. You know what I mean? Our parents, but I got beef with them, bro. Like, I got beef with the baby boomers. They dropped the ball like a motherfucker, man. They dropped the ball, bro. They dropped the ball. They was partying and kicking it and trying to, they really moved us away from the family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons. And and a lot of information, like the baby boomers, a lot of them are going to die with so much information that was not passed down. You understand what I'm saying? Like I know you picked up farming, right? And you picked up
Yeah,
growing, gardening, right?
yeah,
It's so many people, like all of us have family members that all knew how to grow food. None of that made it down to us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Like my mom told me, my great granddad, he was a farmer, had a farm, and it, yeah, man. Speaking of my my great granddad, my mom's grandfather, my great granddad, I never really met that side of the family. This is her maternal side, and I finally got to meet my uncle, my mom's brother, which I recently found that she had a brother. Finally met him after 40 some years in 2019. My mom haven't seen him in 20 years. You know, back in the day, my grandmother, my mom's mother died, and they split the kids back then. The girls went we went to with my father, and then my maternal grandparents took my uncle. Finally got to meet him, man, after 40 some years. Kind of found out this man had a heart attack just like me. Uh he still lived on the land that my great grandfather owned, which is amazing because they was taking black people's land back then. They was taking their land.
Facts.
And for him,
What part of the country was he in?
Georgia, they in Tallahassee, Georgia. Tallahassee, not Nashville, Nashville, Georgia. Nashville, Georgia. It's closer to Tallahassee than Atlanta.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, small little town, man. My grandpa, great grandfather, they still had the land. He owned. And it's like you need to know your history. This is my first time. It was my first. This happened in 2019. This is the first time ever meeting the people, and it was wild, man. 2 weeks after we went down there and visited and all that, he passed away. 2 weeks later,
Damn.
my uncle, he passed away, man. But it was good to finally meeting my cousins and everything, man.
Yeah, that's cold. That's a cold piece. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
the stuff that, like is really lost. You know what I mean? With our generations, like, for us, we don't even have family reunions anymore.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? We don't have
Yeah,
family. Remember, every year it used to be family reunion every year, and you would travel. Well, our family, we would travel, and it'd be hosted in different cities. You know what I mean, or whatnot. We don't even have family reunions no more.
I,
Like,
and what you said about like our grandmothers, usually when our grandmas pass away, that's when all the family functions and stuff stop. People stop getting together. Grandma was that glue that held the family together. And then nobody stepped up to take over. And it's just, I see you when I see you.
mhm,
Most time you see your family at, usually at a funeral or something. So
that's the one time they get together. Yep.
yeah,
Don't even.
somebody say,
And it was no question, like with like Thanksgiving, for instance, like got your little stuff together at the crib for what you was gonna do at the crib, but everybody went to grandmama house. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like everybody descended to grandma house. Well, we called her nanny, my family, but everybody went to nanny house. You feel me? Christmas, it was the same thing. You had your dinner and stuff, but somehow we gonna make it to nanny house. Everybody gonna go tap in and congregate there. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like family reunions, all of that stuff, and that stuff just kind of went away, and just everybody's just out of position, man. Everybody's out of position, and it's just critical, bro. It's really
yeah,
truly critical. And that's the thing that really concerns me the most, is that everybody's out of position. And with everybody being out of position, and this brings me to the point of the show and the title of the show, which is it's the what I say, the era of bullshit. This
yeah,
is the era of the bullshit.
yeah,
You got bullshit everything all the way around the board. And so with everybody being out of position, it makes us, as a collective, it makes us very gullible. You understand what I'm saying? Like it makes us very gullible. And so we are in a place right now in history where the culture just be going for anything, bro. Like the culture just be falling for anything, bro. Like any and everything, we fall for it. And it's crazy, bro. Um and I don't ever, and I'm gonna ask you, do you ever remember a era? Because we right now we closing in on 50, bro. So we didn't span damn near 5 decades. Do you
yeah.
ever remember a time when everybody was so gullible, people were just, or we as a collective were this gullible?
I
Like,
don't say gullible. I think, yeah, we got so much information, got access to so much information, but I think a lot of people, I won't say like they just, I guess they feel like, oh, I'll just put Google with my phone and I'll look it up. But my thing is, are you getting it from credible sources? You look at stuff up and you find information, but is it credible? I just feel like I said, man, this AI and social media just made us where, people don't want to do the work, do the leg work and look stuff up, or they want stuff instantly. That's like with the thing with gardening. Gardening takes time. A lot of people don't want to wait that long for a tomato to grow, it's cucumber and stuff like that.
mhm,
They just rather go to the store and get it right now. But you got to think, we in a time, and with war imminent and everything, we in a time where the power grid might get shut down.
mhm.
Stuff might happen where you can't get to the store. Can you survive if the grid goes down? And that's what people got to understand. I think that it done made people more, I don't want to say really lazy, but just don't have the will to go get it on their own.
Mhm.
You got to understand, like, man, how many people go fishing anymore? You got to think about that. Father and son taking his son to go fish. It's like you got to understand this stuff, like, how to build a fire or stuff like that, man. And like I said, we live in a culture now. It's instant gratification. Everybody wants stuff now. Like
Yeah.
they said, we learned economics, the McDonaldization of the society.
Mhm.
I want it now. I want it now. Instead of I don't want to wait for it. I don't really want to work for it. I want to get it right now. That's why they let them scammers, dope boys, because a lot of women like them because you getting it now.
Mhm.
Instead of when somebody ain't working with, he working on something. They don't like that because you got to wait for
And it's ugly. The weight is
it.
ugly. The weight is ugly.
Yeah.
And you said you didn't want to say that it's gullible. And I'm a push back because I'm standing on it. Gullible.
Mhm.
Like, we are gullible. Easy and by definition, the textbook, because this is the thoughtcast. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we gonna think. Easily persuaded to believe something. Easily persuaded to believe something. That's what gullible is. And as a collective, I never remember the culture being this gullible, bro. Like,
Mhm.
we are literally gullible. To your point, somebody will see something. Never mind, the majority of folks, bro, and you're giving. I feel like you're giving a lot of credit because the majority of folks won't even make it to Google to fact check information. And I ain't lying. Like,
Yeah.
they'll see something on social media and then being independent media outlets, because that's what we've all become. We've all become independent media outlets via social media and these smart devices that we have. So someone will see something and then they would utilize and use themselves and their platforms as a independent media outlet, and they will share information that is inaccurate and believe information solely because they saw it on Facebook, or I'll just say social media. That's gullible, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that's
is.
gullible. Remember when we used to, because you know how we came up, bro. If you, first of all, you would go to you had to go to, you had to, like, for me to listen to you, you got to have some skin in the game of what you talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna go to I'm not finna just listen to anybody about anything. You know what I mean? And then we still had contact with our elders and older folks, and we would talk and we would ask people about stuff. You know what I'm saying? You remember as a youngin hearing stuff and then going and asking your mama about it?
Yep. I
You feel
remember
me?
that.
You feel me? Like, and it's and that's like fundamentally that's been ingrained within me, bro. And what that does is, like, I have to check sources. You understand? So I could hear anything. You understand? Like, I remember just hearing, like, I had an uncle be like, "Boy, you better eat tomatoes. Tomatoes make your dick big." You feel me? So hey, I had to go to my daddy. Hey, daddy, Uncle said if I eat tomatoes, it's gonna make my big. My daddy said, "Man, don't listen to that motherfucker. Eat tomatoes anyway, because they good for you." You know what I'm saying? But I had to, like, I would fact check everything, bro. I'm one of them. And that's something that has lived with me throughout my life, bro. Like, everywhere I go, I believe in the power of research. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And somewhere along the line, bro, we lost that. But to your point, I believe, and I've never really, well, I probably have in my head, but you just made the connection between how gullible we are with instant gratification.
Yeah.